Not surprising, had a traffic jam, got me here 20 minutes late. But yeah, I really like the look of this entry plaza. Wild one. Maybe I need to give it time to warm up, but that ride wasn't very good. I did ride in the next to last row, so it wasn't rough, but there was like no airtime. It's still nice for an old classic wood coaster. It just didn't do much other than the laterals at the end. Yeah. Here's a sight I've never seen before. Batwing operating. I just got off of Superman Ride of Steel. Rode in the front row, just as great as ever. Man, oh man, that airtime hill between the two helixes, there's nothing else like that. That's some of the strongest airtime you'll ever feel on any coaster. Especially considering you go from strong positive G's to very strong negative G's in an instant. And yeah, it isn't paced as well as something like Fury, but I think I like it more just because it's a more comfortable ride, it's smoother. And it's just overall more enjoyable, I think. I know some people would roast me for that. Even after getting smooth rides on Fury, I still think I like Superman Ride of Steel more. You get just as much, actually you get more airtime on this than compared to Fury, and the airtime is stronger, and it's more intense. He had a nice slow to the ground turn after the drop. Definitely not a gray out moment like on Intimidator 305. And Superman Ride of Steel gives a great mix of positive and negative G-forces. The second helix isn't as good as the first, but there, right there, that airtime is insane. Yeah, that second helix isn't as strong, but then exiting the helix, you get a little airtime pop, and then you hit the three big ones to finish the ride. So 4 extremely strong airtime moments. And then you also have the drop, and you have the big camelback over there that doesn't give very strong airtime. And 2 little hops, airtime hops, going into the first helix and out of the second. So far, this is still my second favorite in the park, Joker's Jinx. See if I still feel that way after getting on Batwing. But Wild One was a bit disappointing that first ride, so definitely still like Joker's Jinx more.
Projectiles while rides in motion, so for the safety of all guests, please leave all such devices in a cubby or remote. This ride does not respond to the 3 alarms. Enjoy your ride.
So the difference between this and Nighthawk, you got the inline twist instead of corkscrews, and then a helix finale. right, one train cycle.
78 inches tall to ride.
No big deal. I finally rode a Batwing. I'm definitely going again. I don't know, this could be my second favorite in the park. That was smooth. I got assigned the back row. That was smooth, it was forceful. Everything about it was good. There was nothing bad at all. Nighthawk, yeah, I admit, it is a little shaky in spots. But this one, perfectly smooth. I love it. Well, Six Flags America is living up to their reputation. I had my souvenir cup stolen out of the bin in Superman. I found the guy. I found him over in Batwing. Walked up to him and I say I rode over the cup so that if that happened, I would be able to see where it is. And sure enough, there he was standing with it, and walked up to him and said, "Thank you very much for holding my cup for me." I was like, it says Chip, that's mine. Yeah, he acted confused, but I think he knew exactly what he was doing. But that is crazy to me that someone would actually want to steal someone else's cup that they've been drinking from. Like, why would you want to drink after somebody else with their cup? But at least I found it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to like point him out to security or anything like that, so he's probably going to do it to someone else. And the most unreliable roller coaster in the world. I want to know, has anyone ever seen this thing operate for real? The wild one in the back didn't really have much airtime at all. In fact, I would say it had none. But in the front row gives good airtime. It's not world class or anything, but it's good. And those laterals on the final helix are good no matter where you're sitting. Well, I decided to give Roar another try. Last time I was here, I did front row, and it was smooth, but no airtime. This time, I decided to go back row to see if I could feel the roughness that other people talk about. And yes, the back row on this definitely beats you up. It wasn't that bad though, but not something I will care to do again, mostly because there were maybe a couple of moments on there where you get a little bitty pop of airtime. If it gave really good airtime with the roughness, I'd be willing to ride it again. But yeah, there's just no point. And this is a back row ride. Way more intense in the back. Okay, I've now done 5 rides on this beast today, and really I could have done more. I've been taking it easy today. I still got 5 rides. That's how reasonable the lines have been in this park. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I might have a Vekoma in my top 50, an old school Vekoma in my top 50. It is that good. It rides smooth. I just love this thing. And yes, that does mean I put it ahead of Joker's Jinx. This is my second favorite in the park. I wish I had more time to fall in love with Firehawk at Kings Island. I only had a couple rides on it. At least I got on it. And at least this one still exists, because it is a clone of it. So Firehawk then reasonably should be that high too, but man, my experience today with this ride has been incredible, especially with the short lines. While Nighthawk at Carowinds always has a 2-hour line, even on weekdays. This is like 10 minutes. So I ended the day with 7 on Superman Ride of Steel. Got 2 in a row at the end. We were all very lucky to get that. There's one party left to ride on the next train.
Oh my goodness.
Still ended up being a good day. I've had 2 days, 2 different visits here, and they've both been good overall. Even though Ragin Cajun, apparently it never opens at all. So I need to stop expecting to get that credit. It just ain't gonna happen. That is a pretty park though.